focus on one last issue with respect, and this is a tough one, you know, as an American citizen, as a mother and wife, as a former CIA operative, and as just a world citizen. I want you to take a look at this question that I'm going to ask, and that is, so much of what we do in America overseas with our CIA, with our military, has much more to do with protecting international oil industries and corporate interests than it does really the safety of the American people. Let's take a look at what's happening right now in Georgia. The Caspian oil pipeline, which the American taxpayers, I might add, paid $500 million to help do the study that George Bush decided was important for our taxpayers to use, despite the fact that these are the richest, obscenely profitable corporations in the world right now, paid for. And those pipelines just happened to run through Georgia. And, you know, most Americans, Georgia is a, you know, they had never even heard of Georgia. We have horrible humanitarian, human rights issues in Darfur and other parts of the world, yet if our financial interests appear to be threatened, all of a sudden it's national security. Through the lens of a wife, a mother, an American citizen, a former, I know that's a lot to juggle, but how do we justify using those resources and then spinning these stories to somehow make it human so that we can go to war against these nations?
We do live in very dangerous times. There are new and emerging threats. And I'm glad, I know, having worked in the CIA, there are some really good people there, professionals who want to be left alone to do their job. Any American, no matter what your political persuasion is, you want to believe that the intelligence that lands on the president's desk is devoid of any ideological taint, just the facts. That's what it's supposed to be, and that's what most of the professionals at the CIA want to deliver. I'm deeply concerned as I've seen an increasing amount of politicization of our intelligence apparatus, and the CIA in particular. You spoke earlier about Vice President Cheney coming out numerous times, unprecedented number of times, to CIA headquarters in the run-up to the war. And also what we have, in addition to the political hand being in much too deep in the process of collecting and analyzing and disseminating intelligence, there's also a very disturbing trend toward contracting out a lot of our intelligence work. There's a new book out, Spies for Hire, that contends that up to 60 to 70% of our core intelligence activities are being contracted out, sourced out, outsourced to, you know, the big beltway giants.
Privatized, again,
yes.
that whole trend.
And I find that as a citizen and a former CIA officer, very dangerous indeed, because for a couple reasons. Protection of truly classified information. Where is their loyalty? Where will the employee's loyalty lie? To their government or to their employer? And so there's a lot of problems as I see now, in the entire intelligence community. I am hopeful that the new administration coming in, whoever that is, will seek to set that right in a nonpartisan way. And of course, as a wife, as a mother, as a citizen, I would like to see greater peace in this world. But I think, unfortunately, the United States has pursued some foreign policy paths that are not conducive to that in the short term, maybe in the medium term. We have squandered the goodwill that we had from the entire world just in the aftermath of 9/11. Our moral authority, our political authority is at an all-time low. And I think only a new administration can come in and reassure our friends around the world that, as Bill Clinton said, I loved it I think when he spoke at the Democratic National Convention, that we have long been admired not by the example of our power, but the power of our example. And that is where we need to return to. It's not that Americans are any better than anybody else, but we do have this sacred document, the Constitution, upon which our values and rights have sprung from, and it's served us well for, of course, over 200 years. And we seem to have strayed from some of those basic tenets that have made America so beloved by everyone in the world. We're far from that right now.
Absolutely. And I'd like to remind our viewers that each of us have a responsibility to become informed, to become knowledgeable, and to become active in the political process. My hat is off to you. You have my deepest respect and my greatest admiration to you and Ambassador Wilson. We are privileged to have you amongst us in our community, and I want to thank you for your dedicated service. May you leave this interview renewed to continue the battle of fighting for justice and the true American way. You have just been with us on America's Issues. Please feel free to send us your comments at www.americasconscience.com. Go to the website. If you would like to be a guest or a sponsor of the program, we encourage you to contact us. Thank you again to our guest, Valerie Wilson Plame. Thanks for joining us, Valerie.
Thanks so much.